Facts, and welcome to this week's weekly show. I'm Jocelyn Espinoza.
And I'm Mia Collins.
Today, the show is full of amazing content and interesting topics. We have everything from cooking and tech tips to Women's History Month.
First up, today we have Google Tech Tips with Faith Powell.
Hi, this is Faith Powell, and I'm going to give you some tech tips that you may not know about. Have you ever wondered if someone's mentioned your name in a post or website? Well, you can be notified whenever this happens through a program called Google Alerts. Google Alerts is a content detector that notifies the user whenever the keyword that is set up is placed somewhere on the web. The results can be found on pages such as blogs, articles, social media, or newspaper articles. To set up a Google Alert, at the top of the box, enter your name or a topic you wish to follow. In settings, you can see how often you'll receive notifications, what part of the world you want the information from, or what account you'll receive these alerts from. Lastly, click Create Alert. Now you'll be notified whenever someone posts your name on the web. I hope you learned something new in this video. Thanks for watching.
After watching that, I definitely have to try these tips for myself. Feeling hungry but don't know what to cook? Well, up next we have Shantara Harris, cooking with an air fryer.
I would for sure get myself an air fryer after watching that video if I was like 30. Anyways, March is Women's History Month, so to wrap it up, we have the amazing Jocelyn Espinoza with her video about how two women started their own coffee shop in Verrado.
Here in the center of Verrado, two young women have been able to follow their dream and start their own business, while inspiring many other young women to do the same.
In my spare time, I'm making coffee or thinking about coffee, but really I live for my friends and family and the shop.
Yeah, believe it or not, very similar. I think some lows that people don't necessarily think about, but Liz and I were really young when we opened the shop.
Yeah.
At the time, neither of us were married. We picked up and moved our whole lives here, so we're constantly fighting that social stigma of like young women in the business world. We on phone calls will be asked like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I wanted to speak to the owner," or like, "Is your dad around?" And it's like, we are the owners, and we've worked our butts off for
frustrating.
this. So kind of a low, kind of a struggle, but it's also kind of made us who we are and helped shape,
resilient for sure.
helped shape the business women that we are. I think that women owners are kind of a community of their own. Since we've opened the shop, we've met so many other just awesome women business owners, and it's really important to surround yourself with that group and
carry yourself high, and rest will come.
And
Carla and I had each other too, which I think is a big blessing, because a lot of places, like when a person opens their own business, it's generally one person. Like it's not two people that open it together. So just being able to like have someone who's also going through the exact same thing, who fits your personality so well, that like has another opinion about things, and just like we talk really well, like we communicate really well, like just having that support I think has been like very unique and empowering.
And
top
it's
ones
so
for
fun
me.
when we put so much time and effort into creating a menu, and then to see people love it as much as we do, it's like, yes, we
So
did
true. We made it.
it. Don't give up, you know. Always believe in yourself, because I never thought that it would, you know, become my reality. But once you put your mind to something, and if you really want to do it, and if you aren't afraid to ask for help and use your resources, then you can literally do anything.
I can go for a nice cup of coffee right about now. But let's give myself a round of applause for that amazing video.
We wrap up Women's History Month with the feature of one of our own, school counselor, Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith works mostly with our sophomore students, and in our interview, she talks about how she became a counselor and the challenges she faces every day.
I am Mrs. Smith, and I am the proud school counselor of JAGS 23. I had so many inspirations that led me into the field of counseling. I always wanted to help people and to be a light in their lives. 10 years ago, became an exceptional student services teacher. And in working with that specific population of students, I saw that a lot of their needs were not being met in the areas of post-secondary planning, and many people actually thought that they were not qualified or eligible to go on to college. And in that field, in that area, from seeing the students, I wanted to be a part of that journey with them. I can't even begin to tell you who I've helped or how I've helped. I just feel like when I see JAGS 23 or just smiling and happy and living their whole best lives, I feel like that helps me to continue on this journey that I am. You all make me such a better person. One piece of advice that I would say is try, and don't be afraid to fail. I believe that you learn so much more through failure even than you do succeeding. Don't be afraid to step out and network. So get to know different people, get to know different cultures, get to know different likes and dislikes, get to know and explore the world. What makes women powerful is confidence, being willing to set boundaries without apology, having the wherewithal to just go out and be true and authentic no matter what space you're in, and shattering glass ceilings and opening closed doors. It's those silent forces and knowing how to love others and knowing how to give of yourself. To me, that's power. I try not to get emotional. It's hard. It's hard many days. There are some days that I know people doubt me because I am a school counselor of color. I am a black school counselor. I am the only black school counselor in the district. There are many times that I have to really gauge what I say because I don't want people to think I'm being upset or angry. I don't want that stereotype. And I also know that I'm paving a way for others, because no one can look at me and say, Ms. Smith, you have several degrees. They look at me and they see what they see. So I am constantly fighting the struggles of being taken seriously, being taken as competent, and it is a struggle, but I'm not stopping. It's definitely worth, every single struggle that I've gone through is worth it, because I know the good that I can do, and I know the good that I am for students.
Well, that's all for this week's weekly show. We hope you enjoyed watching, and remember to stay tuned for next week's show. Stay safe, Jaguars.
And keep your masks on, please. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.